Om Yajnananjana Chakshulmilitan Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jatapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavascha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanitanscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha namaham vishnupadaya krishna pristhaya bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So yesterday we saw Bhaktivedanta Thakur. Uh, his example is very vivid and desiring to become, a kept maid servant of Srimati Radhika through Lalita. One has to get into the line. That is the meaning I was told about using the word Astottara Shata 108. What is this number signifying? The number is signifying that there are 108 gopis, and then there are their assistants, and then there are further assistants. So there are three grades of um, pure devotees that we have to take anyone's shelter and adopt their mood and method of worship. That has been. But this is all guided by the spiritual master. So it is said that a devotee must reveal their mind. It is also said in um, Harinam Chintamani, which says that after Shravana Dasha, one must, understand the Astakaliya Leela of Radha Krishna by hearing and constantly, creating a kind of greed. And that greed will help the sadhaka towards particular lila, and he puts more inquisitiveness into to dive deep into those leelas. So sadhak should approach the Guru and ask him, my dear Guru Maharaj, you are the topmost of the devotees. How would I enter into the Leela? So Guru will explain in details. The Leela Tattva contains 11 characters, what they call. These characters is which one which will be applied to that sadhak, Guru has to understand and guide appropriately. So it is going through the explanation of the Leela and understanding where the ruchi or the taste that the devotee is developing. And according to that, Varana Dasha, that is the second stage, is given. So there are 11 characteristics that we have seen that these 11 characteristics are the relationship, then what is the age, then what is the name, then form, then entering into the that into similar age, associates that over 108, it is said that. Then Vesha means the dress. Then they have to get permission. Then they have to have the choice of residence also. Then what is the service according to that, and the maturity to cultivate as finally kept maid servant. So these are 11 very important. So the sequence which has been described, they may a little differ, but it is said after Shravana Dasha, Varana Dasha is there, and when we enter into Varan, then Smarana Dasha becomes very, very prominent, and then Apanna Dasha means belonging will be there, and then Sampatti means the treasure. Sampatti means the treasure, one's eternal servant. But it is also said that the Guru, if the disciple is not progressing, then he may request to change the entry into those particular servitorship of the Leela. So that is what we call trial and error. So it is said in the Varana Dasha, the sadhak should expose the ruchi, the taste, or request that that you have mercifully given me the introduction to this particular group that I have to take the tutelage from. I have perfect attachment to it. So naturally, his developing that particular bhava and the taste. So under that guidance of the Guru, I request that please be pleased upon me that I can successfully, I can successfully, execute this particular vow. Now, yadi means this is written in Hindi, and I'm trying to put that forward. That if we have a different kind of taste, then the Guru will give another opportunity to cultivate that particular power. If the Guru has given you a particular one, and you may not be able to progress in that the taste, then you can communicate with the Guru without any guile, and you can show that the taste that you desire has not developed. So naturally, he can give you a different mood of service that you desire, or it can become best fitted, then tell you the difference in executing through a different Yateshwari like that, and have all those 11 characters again. You can change it. There is no problem in it, okay? So in this way, finally, at least the sadhak should come up to the point of, acceptance of that natural power which he is inclined through his absorption and greed. So Guru disciple relationship becomes intimate, private, and exclusive, and it cannot be exposed to others, because everybody doesn't have the same power. All right. So one must also, on attainment of the perfection, he has to expose it to his Guru. So this becomes a very steady bhav. So sthai bhav will be developed. So then the sadhak should desire, requesting Guru to have a very steady faith and perfection of that particular bhav. So when the Guru, by merciful, heart, he will be giving the order, and after that, the disciple makes his intensified bhakti and meditation of that particular bhav, and then he is able to enter perfectly in that bhav. That reminds me that executing of that particular bhav is very important, because it becomes our eternal occupation. If you remember, even in the fighting spirit, Arjuna understood his duty towards Krishna, which is his devotional service, and he performed it perfectly well. At every stage of development, Krishna, as his spiritual master, was never away from him. He was personally guiding. You can see it every time when some problems arise, like Aswathama, beheaded and then ran away. And then Arjun had to follow him to chase him. And Aswathama released the Brahmastra so much. But in imminent danger, Arjuna is approaching Krishna. And Arjuna is reminded by Krishna that you know how to withdraw even Brahmastra. So why do you delay? Do it. Hmm? But before doing it, he surrenders to Lord Shri Krishna with all humility and begging the mercy, even though he knows. He is begging the mercy. And Krishna is happy to be merciful, and he was able to. So, whatever ability uh, is Lord Krishna's, and in this ability is now the real pivoted, center of bhakti for Arjuna. You follow? So the important point is that uh, you don't have to even join Yutheshwaris or that if you are in a different mood, which is not a Braja mood, right? If you want to go in Vrindavan, then naturally you have to adopt the mood of one of the gopis that best fit to your taste and service. So like that. Mm. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur has expressed the mood for longing for service through his songs. Palyadasi Kori Lalita Sundari Amare Loya Kabe Shri Radhika Pade Kabe Mili Bare Kabe Milebe Agya Sabha Samarpibe. When accepting me as her maid servant to be protected by her, will beautiful Lalita place me before Sri Radhika's feet and command me to serve her. You know, Bhakti Vinod Thakur wants to take shelter of Lalita Sundari because Lalita Sundari has a function to bring aspirant at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. You cannot approach directly. So what is this Radhe, 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 and replacing Hare Krishna Mahamantra? We are tempted to, chant. You can't approach Radhe, Radhe. They don't have a system because they are not following an unbroken chain of disciplic succession like Paramananda Baba or this or that. So our protection in the perfection of the uh, process. Krishna says, uh, you know, this process is perfect. And Prabhupada reiterates that I may be imperfect, but the process I follow is perfect. So rest assured about the guarantee that it is available with the developed disciples or those who are advanced disciples that we are trying to follow. The perfection is there. It is not his own. It is all our producer acharyas that we are referring from time to time to support whatever Shivaram Maharaj's thought-provoking, ecstasy is there. I was inclined to all of a sudden. I hardly read anybody else's books, and I'm trying to read Shivaram Maharaj's books with all this, detailed aspect that we are learning. So then we were told about uh, chanting the Gayatris and meditating. Have anybody started meditating on the Gayatri?
Meditate every day. I read those two Gayatri books, so I meditate every day on the Gayatri.
So when we chant Gayatri, we have to meditate on the meaning, and the meaning is given, and we have been giving Brahma Gayatri, Guru Gayatri, Gaura Gayatri, Kama Gayatri. So every Gayatri is known as that let me be enthused because of he is my leader, who Surya Dev or Brahma or Param Brahma, whom Surya Dev is serving, like that. So similarly, Guru is also mood and mission, and we meditate upon, that his mood and mission is Krishnananda. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna Nahi Anya, and he is understood to be Vishwambhara. So how this absolute is maintaining through the meaningful function that they are giving. The love and devotion is the ultimate thing. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his own example, he has saturated the world with life. Then, Gopal Gayatri is of the absolute truth, and Kama Gayatri is extremely important to make Brahma, perfect and relieved of any, pitfall of Rajoguna. So afterwards, we do not understand that Brahma ever fell. In 1 millennium, it is said, in 1 millennium, Brahma was attracted by a beautiful, form of female created, and he became lusty after her. So the tapasvis like 4 Kumaras and other Brahmanishta followers of Brahma, they approached him and rebuked him, and Brahma immediately understood, and Brahma, says, oh, I cannot do my service to Lord Shri Krishna with this polluted action. How did it enter into my mind even? So protection is there, and Brahma says, okay, let me purify myself. With this body, it is extremely difficult. So Brahma withdrew his life air, and he was to be born again. Then he remembered this particular thing. Then we do not hear anything that Brahma has often fallen down like us. This is important thing. So trial and error is there, and there should be a proper guidance. So let us all be guided properly by understanding through the pages of Haridas Thakur, who simply depend upon chanting his holy or the holy name of Lord Shri Krishna 300,000 times. So our sadhana should be also matured and perfect. Everything. Then we will be able to enter and relish without any hindrance. Okay. We are supposed to meditate on the Guru this way, that Guru, my spiritual master, is always anxious to hear and chant about wonderful pastimes between Radha and Madhav, which are all in the modes of loving exchanges, Madhurya Leela, as well as their qualities, names, and forms, Guna Rupa Nam. The spiritual master aspires after relishing these things at every moment. I offer my respectful obeisances to such a spiritual master. So this creates an impetus that if I develop this similarly, then let me approach my spiritual master, because this is his function. The spiritual master is very expert in assisting the gopis who are engaged in perfection of Radha Krishna's conjugal love affairs. At different times, they make different tasteful arrangements for such spiritual exchanges, and the spiritual master is there to assist in their affairs. For my most humble obeisances unto the lotus feet of such a spiritual master. Both the verses refers to Siddha Deha of the spiritual master. The perfected embodiment of the spiritual master is in the ultimate functions that he is engaged into. So, in the Siddha Deha of the spiritual master as being that of the maid servant of Srimati Radharani, serving the divine couple in the grooves of Braja. Clearly, both verses are meditation in spontaneous devotion. However, the fourth line of both the verses, Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam, I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, sets the discipline in the role of an observer, a worshipper, and not as an active participant. Unless and until this is going to be the point of our meditation, through the example of the spiritual master, we cannot independently move on to the higher ranks of our intensified devotion by accepting even Shravana Dasha to Varuna Dasha and further on. This approach to the spiritual perfection is one that is enunciated by scriptures. By worshipping of Krishna and Guru, all truths are eventually revealed to the sincere soul. Yasya devi parabhakti yatha devi tatha guru tasya hi kathitha hi arthyaha prakashante mahatmana. And only unto one who has unflinching devotion to the Lord and the spiritual master does transcendental knowledge become automatically revealed. This is spoken in Shveta Upanishad 6th and 23rd chapter. 6th chapter 23rd verse. Okay. Examples of how to follow in the footsteps of Brajavasis are the celestial girls, Chandrakanti, the sage of Dandakaranya forest, and the prostitute Pingala. All these examples are given in Srimad Bhagavatam. The Nectar of Devotion, chapter 19 and 16, and Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 8th chapter, 35th verse, and 40, respectively, are given as the reference. So, again, examples how to follow in the footsteps of Brajavasis are the celestial girl Chandrakanti, the sage of Dandakaranya forest, and the prostitute Pingala. While scriptures describe their determination and enthusiasm for Braja Bhakti, they make no mention of the details of their meditation. This confirms once again that the practitioner should be reassured that by following one's role model, the process of devotional service reveals itself in progressive stage to the final perfection. And that one has to, disclose through the spiritual master only, and that in private. It's not a public practice. Internal bhajan is a private practice. Mental service, therefore, translates into remembering the services performed by one's role model based on what one has read about them. For a devotee attached to the mood of a cowherd boy and drawn to Subala as his role model, Remembrance of Subala's 11 attributes as he serves Krishna throughout the day will be integral to sadhaka's japa and kirtan. You have to meditate upon Subala's dress. At this time, devotee may reveal Subala's loving exchanges with Krishna, such as waking waking the Lord in the morning, sharing breakfast with him, and then leaving for the pasturing grounds of Raja with the cows. In addition to recalling Subala's many pastimes, a devotee will be absorbed in appreciating Subala's excellences as epitomized by the following word of a gopi. My dear Krishangi, oh delicate one, just see how Subala is whispering your message into Krishna's ear, how he is delivering the confidential letter of Shyamadasi silently into Krishna's hand, how he is delivering the betel nut prepared by Palika into Krishna's mouth, and how is he decorating Krishna with the garland prepared by Taraka. Did you know, my dear friend, that all these most intimate friends of Krishna are always engaged in his service in this way? Beautiful. This is described in Nectar of Devotion, chapter number 41. So, this becomes an example. So, similarly, a devotee attracted to the mood of young gopis may remember Rati Manjari as she dresses Srimati Radharani in the morning and how she then accompanies Brajavasi princess to Nandagram to cook Krishna's breakfast. The mood and services of Rati Manjari are recorded in Raghunath Das Goswami's Vilapa Kusumbanjali, and I have longing to read that too, and by the merciful efforts of Shivram Maharaj, we have that book he wrote. So probably we just pray that he remains our guide in understanding these detailed expressions. Although more could be said about the process of following in footsteps, anusarataha, for devotees truly endowed with spontaneous attraction and process of devotional service will reveal everything according to the qualification of the practitioner. This is confirmed in the verse beginning with Yasya Devi Parabhakti. Narottam Das Thakur sets out a proper attitude for sadhaka that shows how to be a follower of the spiritual master and Rupa Manjari, thus fulfilling the mind's yearning to serve the divine couple. This is in Sri Prarthana of Narottam Das Thakur. Lokanath Prabhu Muni Daya Kar More Radha Krishna Charana Jena Sada Chitta Sphure. Oh my Master Lokanath, please be merciful and bless me that Radha Krishna's lotus feet may be always manifest in my mind. Tomara Sahita Thaki Sakhira Sahite Eit Vasana Mora Sada Uthes Chitte. I wish to have your association when you travel, when you reveal your form as a gopi friend of the divine couple. This desire continually arises in my mind. Sakhigana Jeshta Jeno Tanhara Charane Mora Samarpibe Kabe Sebara Karane. O Master, when by your mercy will I be allowed to serve lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, the best of all gopis? Tabe se haibe mora banchita purana anande se vive donhara jugalas charana. If you fulfill my desire, then I shall be able to blissfully serve the lotus feet of divine couple. Shri Rupa Manjari Sakhi Kripa Drashte Chana Tapi Narottame Sincha Sebamrita Dina. O Sri Rupa Manjari, O friend of the divine couple, please cast your glance of mercy upon me. Sprinkle this distressed Narottam Das with the nectar of your divine devotional service. So, the mood and approach to the spiritual master must be properly aligned in order to receive the mercy of the spiritual master, who will promote us into the higher and higher ranks, gradually revealing our eternal form and service in Goloka Vrindavan. So this finishes the chapter, but I think this is very, very important in order to, understand the prerequisites of entering into the bhava. Asakti is essential and ruchi is essential. And that is happening after the progress in becoming free from all the attachments. So everything is set in very stage-wise, and we need to progress. So I'm going to stop here today. It is only half an hour I spoke. What do you think, Prabhus? I want to talk. I don't want you to remain silent. Haribo.
Just with us, Danut Pranam. Please accept humble obeisance.
Hare Krishna.
Guru Maharaj, you mentioned yesterday also and today also
Yes.
that we need to focus on Gayatri before, or we need to meditate on Gayatri before we do Gayatri. Guru Maharaj, I find it very difficult, to be honest. I just do Gayatri because I have to do it.
But
And
you forgot the meaning of the Gayatri, right?
yes, Gurudev.
So
I've read the book Gayatri by Sachidanand Maharaj, but I don't think about it.
Yeah, but meditation is most important. When you chant Gayatri, you meditate on the meaning, because this will awaken progressively what is the ultimate aspect. It will help to create a taste, ruchi. Starting from Gayatri all the way to up to Kama Gayatri. 5 Gayatris are there. And they are successively, progressing towards the perfection. And one must rest assured, we are not like Gayatri Parivar. They don't understand the meaning of Gayatri. They only are stuck on Bhurbhuva Swaha. They don't know about Guru Gayatri. They don't know about Gauranga Gayatri. They do not know about Gopal Gayatri, and what to speak of Kam Gayatri. They think this is the only Gayatri.
Sure, Guru Maharaj.
Should I share this excerpt from this is from the book. This is how Shivra Maharaj explained it.
Okay. In the example of Brahma Gayatri, the disciple meditates on service to the divine couple as the ultimate religion of the 3 worlds. While vibrating the Guru Gayatri, the disciple's meditation on Guru's service to Krishna In the case of Gaura Gayatri, one meditates on Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the dispenser of Krishna Prema. And in Gopal Mantra, that is Gopal Gayatri, on Krishna as the object of the four modes of devotion. And in the Kama Gayatri is Krishna, the impetus for the conjugal love. So, Kama Gayatri helped Brahma to become lust-free. Otherwise, he had inclination because he is the incarnation of Rajoguna. He became victimized because he is the first jiva, the fallen nature. But Kama Gayatri has ultimate aim is not only to free from the lust, which is the most stumbling block in our progress, but at the same time, it gives the impetus of entering into the conjugal love of Vraj gopis.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for the detailed explanation.
Yeah, and do you have the meaning that has been given?
I've got the Gayatri book, Guru Maharaj, by His Holiness Sachidananda.
The simple translation from the Gayatri sheet.
They are little different than what Srila Prabhupada originally gave.
Sachidananda Swami is such a big book, he's put too much into it, so it's hard to meditate easily. Do you have the translation that you're given at your time of your Gayatri, Prabhuji?
I don't. Yes, Guru. Yes, Mataji. We have it. I'll read it consciously more.
If somebody doesn't have, we can send them.
Yeah, the version I've got, I'm distributing now, has word for word meaning as well as the translation.
Okay, Mataji, I'll request you to send it to me if you can, Mataji.
Sure.
I'll request you offline by WhatsApp.
Okay, we'll send to the whole group as such.
I don't think, Guru Maharaj, everybody is second initiated in this group.
They may not all be second.
Oh, okay. Then how is it that they are participating?
Here's one name I don't know who's saying, Tatiana, to everyone, please share the translation. Tatiana, I don't know.
We do not know.
I don't know. Vidyalalasa was also asking about Gayatri.
Yeah, Vidyalalasa is my second initiate. She is quite, coming up,
Yes, so everyone's known except for Tatiana. I don't know who Tatiana.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Tatiana is Taravali.
Taravali.
Oh, Chandra.
Taravali.
Oh, Taravali. Okay.
Okay. Yes, I can send it.
Sorry.
Taravali is also very intelligent and understanding. Okay. She's also already second initiate.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yes, God. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Bol. Anything else, Prabhus? Yes. Oh, I was supposed to call you yesterday, right?
Yeah. Pranams to you, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Gurudev. Thank you. I don't know how much. Very thankful to you. I mean, even this conversation regarding Gayatri, when you are speaking, starting Gayatri, we just take it so casually, but when you are explaining it, especially the meditative aspect, even with the, every mantra of the Gayatri, as you were saying, there is so much in there. It feels like Gurudev, starting with this in the Guru Ashtakam also.
Yes.
Every bit of it, the wealth is right there. Sometimes I feel like Gurudev, alas, all the pearls are in front of this wine, and I didn't know that they were pearls.
From the very beginning, From the very beginning, you are the real pusher to me.
Gurudev, that is your mercy. But Gurudev, I feel like this, Gurudev. All of us, the devotees, starting from this morning prayers, each one, Guru Ashtakam, Tulasi Viniti, Sri Sikshashtakam, Gayatri, they are like, we think of Bhakti Rasa somewhere down the road, but they are right there. Each one is like an ocean of that. When you're speaking about Gayatri also, what I see is, Gurudev, as sadhakas, for us, we are so much caught up in this do external mode. But if only we can pause,
That's
pause,
correct.
step back and see, and aim for this meditative aspect rather than the do aspect. There is so much in each anga of bhakti. From the morning till evening, everything, it is layered. The first layer is do checklist, go, including the Harinam, including the Gayatri, like that. But a little introspection, pause, and then honor what is given. For each thing, there is a meditative aspect,
Yes,
starting from the Guru
definitely.
Ashtakam.
Definitely.
So, on that note, Gurudev,
Yeah. Why we have been given a strict regulation of a regime that what you call the food to start with. It's like a petrol to move our car. Unless you fill up your tank early in the morning, doing all these regulated services of chanting, starting from Guru Ashtakam to all different, it has been absolutely putting us in the alignment of maintaining our Krishna consciousness, but it also gives the food for making a further mileage, you know, and it will be spontaneous. Then there is no need of the regulated fuel that you have to do. It is self-manifesting in a very sequential level, and there is nothing what we call jumping over anything. You know, it is very, very, very scientifically and provably, put through by Srila Prabhupada.
So well said, Gurudev, so well said. That's why it amazes me. I'm like, everything is here in ISKCON. Prabhupada and your Gurujana gave, that is there in every part of what is given. And you beautifully said, if that is done in a way that is given, then it should automatically, naturally put us from Vaidhi sadhana to Raganuga sadhana with no artificiality and jumping.
Right.
Well said, Gurudev. Yeah.
If we do within this lifetime, by regulated devotional service, it will turn into spontaneous devotional service without any doubt.
Ah, beautiful. Yes, Gurudev, beautiful.
Yeah.
Sanivas was waiting. Sanivas?
Thank you, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Guru Maharaj, in Kama Gayatri, the word, it says Kama, it says that it's Lord of the senses. With
Lord
word
of
is the senses.
Lord of senses, definitely.
Normally, we can Rishikesha, we normally says Lord of the senses.
That's all
Here
right.
it says
Ananga is the deity that's called Kamadev. But Kamadev means Kama means desire, right? The desire of the polluted consciousness is nothing but sex. That's how in the material world Kama is translated. But the same Kamadev, the spiritual Kamadev, is very important. That is Krishna himself. Otherwise, the episode of Lord Shiva to be enticed by Kamadev, but this was a tricky arrangement by the demigods that we need somebody very strong and powerful military, leader. So they sent Kamadev to, break the meditation that he was doing on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that was an interference. But Lord Shiva burned the Kamadev to ashes. Of course, Kartikeya was born, but he was getting the punishment. But this is the perverted Kamadeva. Real Kamadev is said to be Ananga. Who does not have that anga, Krishna doesn't have anga to produce children. We never see anything. So the spiritual aspect is maintained through this Kama Gayatri, that not only it destroys our Kama, material Kama, and it will turn into the spiritual Kama. Then we are qualified to enter into the confidential services of gopis in the conjugal mood.
I also remember from the Gayatri book, they explain that Pushpa Banaya, the flower arrow, is attracting there are 5 arrows to attract the 5 senses.
Yes, Pushpa Bana. Pushpa has everything. It's a representation. The eyes means the beauty of the Pushpa, smell of the Pushpa, tenderness means the touch of the Pushpa. All the 5 senses can be represented by the Pushpa. And Pushpa Bana means the flower arrow. Flower arrow.
That's why it always reminded me of that last chapter of that book we studied in the beginning. What was it? In the very beginning, we studied Madhurya Kadambini.
Madhurya Kadambini.
Last chapter where Krishna is pulling each of our senses, and that reminds me of Pushpa Banaya.
We are trying to collect all the lectures of Madhurya Kadambini and other books that we went for 1.5 years during the confinement of Corona, and they are being transcribed. So it will come again in your hand eventually. That project has not started, but transcribing has already been going on.
Yeah, let's continue.
You can join anybody who wants to please participate in transcriptions of those lectures that we have given during Corona. It is a great effort to put it. Of course, it is slow process, but more the merrier. If somebody has inclination to transcribe from hearing, again, it will refurbish your memory. At the same time, putting this as a homework to transcribe and the correct English format. Of course, there will be editing and other things also involved, but transcription is essential in order to put everything together. And then finally, we will publish it. Do you like the idea?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Is anybody can spare the time for transcription? We need badly.
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, me and Taravali
Who can do?
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, blessed my beloved and sisters.
Anandini and
Akhandi
Wow.
and me and Taravali can do it.
Wow.
Good.
That is good.
Kids also.
Huh?
And the kids also, they can help us.
Okay. Let them draw. Children.
Yeah, so currently they've got up to Lagu Bhagavatam Mission. They're currently working on Lagu Bhagavatam.
Vidyalalsa,
Yeah, she's already working on yeah,
she
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
can you do transcription from the lectures?
I am already working on transcription, Gurudev.
she's helping with these ones.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Taravali, you are on.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Yes, please.
Anybody else?
Anandamoy Prabhu has a question.
Who?
Anandamoy.
Anandamoy Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Jai Srila Prabhupada Gurudev.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Gurudev,
Can Hiranyangi do transcription?
one day I had a
Oh, go ahead.
lecture.
Go ahead.
Guru Maharaj, she's get busy with the kids. So later on, I'll ask her, Guru Maharaj. She's preparing the kids for school.
She's busy with the kids.
Oh,
He'll ask her later.
okay.
Guru Maharaj, once I had experience, Guru Maharaj, for Gayatri, I wrote you also. I was meditating kind of dhyana, Guru Maharaj. But in some time, I focused on the meaning, but I didn't focus on meaning in whole Gayatri mantra, but I focused like concentration on one point. At that time, I realized, Guru Maharaj, I felt kind of some extra ecstasy, or I was in, I don't know, Guru Maharaj, how to explain it. Guru Maharaj, like Gayatri, as you said, we should meditate on the mantra.
Meditate on the meaning of the mantra.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. So, Guru Maharaj, is there any to sit, how to prepare our mind and how to concentrate, or type of techniques are there, Guru Maharaj, to do the Gayatri?
Your voice is breaking up,
and even timing or
let me
place.
see what Lavanglata is telling about what you spoke.
No, Prabhuji, we talked about the morning.
Is it okay now, Guru Maharaj?
Gurvastakam, Narasingh.
Is it okay now, Guru Maharaj?
Yes, now it is okay. So what she is telling, that we should have the same regime of chanting Gurvastakam, then Nrsinga prayer, and then final the Tulasi Arati, then Sikshastakam, and for the 10 offenses. Then we should also continue even Guru Vandana, okay, and then we can do the daily chore. But this must be continued in order to, even though we do not worship, but we should recite and with understanding of what it means. So then we will be aware all the time, that we will be able to, even when we give class or anything, the purpose of the sequential, reading will help us to at least progress in the particular form that is going to help us in advancing towards anartha nivritti as well as the liberation of the nishtha. Okay, then really we'll be concentrating our life much more to relish Krishna consciousness in the spontaneous way. So this is progressive, very progressive. I was one time in the rudimentary way, I was trying to, explain. There are 9 processes, but at the same time, there are 9 stages of development in the perfection of the stages. 9 processes, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam, right? And you put on an x-axis of the graph. On y-axis, you put, Adav Shraddha, Tato Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivrutti Shya, Tato Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav, and Prem. So these are the stages of the development. And you can put down where do we stand at this point, and then what we have to do, to make a further progress. You can go according to that rising, and you'll be benefited. You'll be inspired. Don't think you cannot do. Everybody can rise above by following this very regulated prayerful devotion that Srila Prabhupada gave us. Okay?
Now, Lala Samai was next.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please, my humble obeisances.
Glory to Prabhupada.
Yes, Guru Maharaj, like regarding Gayatri, 2 years ago, you came to Sydney and I was asking about the Gayatri, and you told me that to meditate and do the Gayatri. So since that I'm doing Guru Maharaj, so especially morning Gayatri is very good, Guru Maharaj. When afternoon Gayatri is a little bit slack, because that concentration power is less. Morning was the best.
More of the other modes are surrounding us. But yet we have to do. Because it's Sandhya. Sandhya means transit. Okay?
Yes. Guru Maharaj. And the last one, Guru Maharaj, that Kama Gayatri, while we are doing, we meditating on meaning, plus we do that the archan, we do the deity also. Can we meditate, Guru Maharaj?
No, but before chanting Gayatri, we have to take bath to purify our external modes. And as far as possible, take cold bath.
Winter very hard.
Mode of passion, but cold bath is said to be a mode of goodness.
I put cold water on my face and then I take a cold bath.
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
And doing, first sit down and do Achman. That will be internal purification. And then again, put tilak, and establish the Lord in 12 different places. And then chant your Gayatri, sitting, not standing, not moving around like that. So you create your own discipline. Everything is given. Why Prabhupada is telling about, 3 times Sandhya to be chanted. And first of all, take sufficient water. Prabhupada says, take sufficient water and take bath. And these are normal practices, in our culture. Those who want to, take bath before going to sleep in Western world, it doesn't make sense. What was the use of taking bath there?
Well, that's just so they don't have to wash their bed sheets.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. For me, Guru Maharaj, when I heard from your mouth, your Vani is too much affected for me. So that's why I want to hear always from you. So your instruction is, always dwell in my heart and I can do very nicely. Thank you for that, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, but the process we are following is perfect. So have faith on the process rather than that will make us pure even, rather than anticipate. Where's the purity in the process? That is most important. Prabhupada gave us. Prabhupada told us.
Yes. Thank you, Guru.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Swami Mataji is unmuted. I don't know if she wants to speak or if it's just an accident.
Oh?
Swami.
Swami Mata.
Accident. She's just muted.
Yeah. She
Hare
has,
Krishna.
yes,
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. No, Guru Maharaj, I don't want to ask any question. It was by mistake unmuted.
oh. There is no accident in Krishna consciousness, okay, ma?
Okay.
You have a very fertile brain. Okay. Very nice.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Maharaj, while we were discussing on this context of meditating on the Gayatri Mantra, I remembered one of the devotees mentioning that His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, when he used to do his Gayatri, he used to take 25 minutes.
More than that.
That taking time to meditate on each mantra and on each time to say it, so that we actually get into that, as you said, by meditating on the meaning, then we can actually meditate on the services that is performed by the Guru, the service that the activities performed by the Supreme Lord, everything, so that then we actually get into the mood of following in the footsteps of the Guru to serve.
Right. And he was very meticulous in his sadhana. That is my observation, and I was appreciating very much.
Yes, Maharaj. I've been, since you said a couple of days, I've been trying, but still trying to get into the mode of doing it properly.
Even the meaning of the Gayatri remains behind your brain, at the back side. That is also very helpful in at least remembering the meaning. If you can meditate, you will progress faster on the meaning. Means put more attention towards the meaning rather than simply giving verbal, lip services. Even we are told to just vibrate the lips so nobody can hear what you are chanting. So their awareness is there. Why? Because you cannot expose your mind to anybody and everybody. Neither you want to stay somebody around while chanting Gayatri. It is your private time to meditate. You don't need anybody else.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Ganesh throws a hand up, and then Guru Maharaj wants to go for darshan today.
Oh yes, Prabhus.
Ganesh must have forgotten his
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisance.
Yes.
Guru Maharaj, now we are discussing on Gayatri. I was this one in the start, a few years ago. I was discussing with one of our senior god brother. Then including Asit Aradhya Prabhu. Then the subject matter came, and he also mentioned that the meditation on the form also. So now since then I've developed the habit of meditating on the form. So on each and every Gayatri, the different forms that whatever I was guided. So this was between very few senior devotees we were discussing in the temple. Is that understanding also correct? One is the meaning plus
meditating. Who is who this Gayatri belongs to? You have to remember him.
Yeah, it's natural.
Yeah, correct. So
who is Kamadev who is called Ananga. That is Krishna's form.
Correct.
Beautiful. Krishna's form. And Guru Gayatri is there. You can remember Srila Prabhupada very nicely. Gauranga Gayatri, you can see the mood of Gauranga Mahaprabhu.
Okay.
How is he maintaining the whole material world? Vishwambhara. How is he maintaining? By distributing the love of Godhead, Sankirtan. Through the Sankirtan movement, we are maintaining the whole world.
Yes, right. Okay. That's correct. Okay, thank you, Guru Maharaj. That's a very nice clarification, because I was, after contemplating all these questions, then I thought, what should I, is that right one? Now, meaning plus the form. Now also, I, just correct me if I'm wrong, I have a habit of, in case while doing one particular Gayatri and if in between, when we are going through the fingers, if you happen to, if my meditation breaks, or if I get diverted, I restart that Gayatri from the start. Is that practice correct? Because I feel okay now.
Why not?
The whole,
because more you will be punished by repeating. It is a punishment, it will be beneficial anyway. There is nothing wrong. You can make your own rules, but do not avoid. I forgot to chant Gayatri in the afternoon. Okay, I will try. I'll chant twice in the evening.
Yes.
That's not good.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. That practice is there. Yeah. And we also sometimes develop a habit of, if you're traveling, say, for example, in the yatra, so, it's 1 o'clock. Okay, now we are basically, we would have eaten, we are unclean, and then the only thing we do is, okay, if we have shoes or slippers, we'll remove it. And then we do the Gayatri. Is that also correct? Because you said
you have to announce even during the yatra, announcement of Gayatri time. That will be very helpful, inspiring. Okay.
Correct, but we would have had a shower in the morning. We would have had prasadam after that, and then because we don't even have any achaman to do, at least on a purification, because then
you can do achman by having little Ganges water in a plastic bottle, drops. 3 drops are good enough. You can keep in your pocket.
Okay, we have to develop all these habits.
Even on your job, you will have some break. Utilize it to chant. Just mantra purification. Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavastham gatopi va yasmarit pundarikacham sabahyabhyantara suchihi Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. It will purify inside and out.
Okay.
Pavitra, apavitra means whichever state you have undergone through, who cares? And when you are stuck in your job, but you will have a break. Always remain. Take a break. Nobody can disturb you.
He's going to add she break to all his yatras. Okay, Lala wants to go for darshan.
Guru Maharaj, quick question, Guru Maharaj. No, Guru Gayatri, you just mentioned that we need to meditate on Srila Prabhupada, but that is Param Om Param Gurudev Namaha, no? But Aim Gurudev is
after all, Guru is one, right?
Yes, Gurudev.
Guru Tattva. Okay? And you may add your Guru if he's aligning with the Guru Tattva's functionalities.
Okay, so we meditate on you, Prabhupada, both.
That's all. I mean, Guru Tattva is one, and we have to think whether our Guru is also reciprocating in that mood. Okay?
Sure, Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj.
I do not know whether I will be able to, I will be able to take class, but in couple of days after tomorrow, it will be difficult because I'll be traveling. I will be on the transit. Okay? So 28th and probably 29th, 2 days I will have to take off from the class. Okay. Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Gurudev, when will it be able